Hi, welcome back to Factorio. Let's play some more. Alright, so last time we built a crappy network of very basic industry where we have electricity finally up. Uh, However, it's pretty awful. I don't know how the power grid works anymore. It seems like I've got tons of production for these two burners, but I mean, by the time I have 10, I'm going to be out. So I'm going to work towards both upgrading our electrical infrastructure and actually automating steel production and starting basic bus, systems bus. I'm not sure exactly how I want to lay that out yet. I'll probably be going north to south, so anyone who does not like north-south buses, you should probably check out now. I don't find I like the east-west layout of a bus. I've tried both types. I keep going back to the first one I tried, maybe because of laziness or I don't know, habit. But how do I want to set up my smelting? Um, hmm. Well, uh, hmm. Let's see. How much steel do I have? I've got enough. So let's get about 30 belts here, and we're just gonna make the leap. 1, 2. That's a very satisfying clicking sound that makes. You know what? I'm gonna make my mining bus come north. Actually, that seems to make more sense. So north, and then I'll pull in, and this will be smelting, and that way I can route this coal back up through it a little later. So that'll be there, and let's get a couple more of those. And let's set this up. Alright, let's see what our grid looks like now. Nope, don't place that there. So what's our power at? Yeah, so we're almost capped out with our power, and that's probably going to run down this steam, which is at 19 coal right away. So what we need to do is probably redesign this whole area. And I'm hoping that the rough equations that I'm used to are still right. So this puts out fluid consumption 30 per second. That's not too important. Power output 900 kilowatts. Energy consumption 3.2 megawatts. This seems to be not performing at peak, but I think that's because the network isn't demanding peak. It's performing roughly with the network. Oh, what's going on? Oh, these guys are shutting down, so they're no longer powered. Okay, let's see what happens when I just toss this on. You know what? We're going to stress test this and see if this one guy can power all of these guys. Temperature goes right back up. So it's like it's consuming the steam, which makes sense. It's just not something I'm used to seeing. Normally I just like throw water into the pipes, heat it up, and then it's good. So I'm going to have to come back and sort of test this out as it goes on. But we really need to get this going. So let's put another, you know, I'm going to turn this. And fire this onto a belt. More belts needed. Get those going. Oh, you know what we need to be doing is also actually researching this stuff. So that I can get the factories that are going to be built on top of this whole system working properly. So let's bring this down, sloppily mash this together. I'm gonna need more power poles. Just gonna need more wood and more copper, probably. Okay, so that's all full up. We can go with this method. Just very simplistic, just to get it going. So those are on the build. I've got a bit of time. And oh, I don't even have red inserters. I'm gonna have to do something gross that I don't like doing, but I really need to get more steel on the go. Temporary disgustingness only. I like my belts clean, so having the same thing, even though it does save an inserter, it's kind of something I don't care for that much. Ooh, is that overdoing my power capacity? That's interesting how it shuts it down immediately. Let's see what it... Oh yeah, 0. Now is that because... No, that's just out of coal. Let's see what happens when I fill this back up. Okay, so can it maintain our entire network? Seems to be able to do so. Production is pretty good. Temperature, performance. Yeah, this one guy apparently consumes it all. Energy, yeah. I wonder how many more I can toss onto the end there. We shall see. Alright, so now that we got that going, we don't need you anymore. Oh, you know what we need to do is we need to toss down this. Oh, I don't need 6 of those. Just 1 is fine for now. And we need to research auto. Ooh, cool. This is going to be neat. There's a new research type. What? What is that? High tech? Military? Interesting. That's so cool. Okay, so I'm going to worry about this stuff a little later. The beginning stuff seems to be... Oh, landfill. 20 stone. But it costs a fair bit of both 1 and 2. It's interesting they didn't give these names. They gave all the other ones names, but this is just 1 and 2. Should name it like Civics or something. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. But this is what I need off the ground, is these 2 right here. Okay, so now I need to handcraft 10 of those guys. And then I can set it up to automate itself. Okay, so I'm not going to throw these out yet. That is consuming that coal pretty fast, though. It's down to 28 already. I might need to send a coal feed over there earlier than I thought. Okay, so I'm going to use these guys over here, because this is really not an area I care about too much. Just enough that I need to actually worry that it exists. Not enough to spend some time upgrading it. Okay, we're going to cancel this. And now let's actually build it. Okay. Did I? No, I did not. There we go. Oops. I suppose I should actually put that one down. back over there. Let's start our automation research so we can actually play the game. Oh, you know what? Let's get rid of this though. And there we go. Now we wait. You know what? I don't want to wait half of the time though. Oh, interesting. It consumes the pack like it does coal or like fire. It slowly burns it down rather than using it up. Now does a partial pack stay partial? It does. Cool. Those are filling up nice and quick. Let's get 5 more of those on the go. And that's down to 12 coal already, so you know what, I might actually just throw the boilers in there, but I'm gonna need some more pipes. Well, there we go, done. Okay, so I want a steel pick, probably right away. Do I want anything else? Electronics unlocks automation 2, so I can get advanced circuits. Logistics gets me this stuff, and I need this stuff pretty quick here, so I'm going to go there next. But before I do that, I'm going to automate my science. Let's cancel that entirely. Okay. Let's just see if I can sort of jury rig up a way to just add more. Ooh, I'm going to have to move it, aren't I? Okay. I wonder, so this uses 30 per second. How much does this provide? 1200 per second. So this one thing can provide enough water for like hundreds of these guys. I wonder if there's flow rates or anything like that. It's probably that if that produces at 1200 per second, that's just the rate at which it goes through. So it shouldn't be too much of a concern as long as I hook it all up properly. But we're going to move the end of the line a bit. So I can go like this. And let's just make this easier and separate the 2 lines. Interesting that this still is using up some of the steam in the lines. It doesn't just immediately shut off like it used to. And now you guys need coal, hey? There you go. So, there we go. All that's working pretty good. Huh. Alright. And, okay, looks good. It still feels like a cheap temporary solution. I actually need to figure out what a new layout's going to look like because these don't fit together very well with these guys. But I imagine that there's going to be probably a section of boilers that fit in between or near these steam engines. I'm thinking about how that might look. I don't want to look up designs just yet because that's going to sort of give away. Patterns that I could probably come up with myself. If not ideally, at least I could come up with them. Okay, so we're going to make red science out of these guys. So red science needs gears and copper. So gears come from hue. And just need 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and 4. Let's make sure our rates still make sense here. So this every 0.5 it makes 2, and this one will be consuming 1 every 5. So that's this could keep up with 5 or more. 10. This could keep up with 10 red science pack dudes, but how much copper do we need? Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna toss it in a chest anyway. Doot. And let's power this stuff in a slightly more intelligent way. copper, and copper. So this should, oh, iron. Guess I need that. Let's toss in. Should take care of my research for the next 15 minutes or so. No, I don't want that. I want a yellow inserter. There they are. And I'm missing electronic circuit boards, which means I need some copper. I'm gonna have to get a copper foundry on the go as well right away here. So put a couple hundred up here. Power you, and let's actually get this out of my inventory. Alright, so let's get that going. Logistics. So logistics is going to make it so I can build the bus. And then once the bus is going, a lot of things start building themselves, which will make me a lot happier. Alright, thank you for joining me for episode 2 of Factorio Let's Play. Appreciate your viewership. Please return or leave some comments or feedback about things you'd like to see changed and how awful I am at the game. And of course, suggested layouts for these guys would be kind of interesting. Anyways, thanks guys.